Hey guys, today I wanted to show you guys how to build this super sweet fire pit table thing. I don't know what you call it, but anyways, I don't want to brag or anything, but it's pretty awesome. I figure one of the most important things to several of you out there is the price tag of this thing. So I figured I'd start by showing you each individual item I had to purchase for it, show you the price tag of each item, and then adding them all up to show what the final price tag was for this project. Alright, let's start with the wood. Small disclaimer here, I did have a couple pieces laying around, maybe $10 or $20 worth of wood laying around, a 2x4 or a 2x6 or something. So maybe add 10 or 20 bucks to this, but it looks like around $203, $204 for the wood, so 220 bucks to be safe probably. Next up is the burner itself. This is a really big fire pit table thing, so we had two big burners in it, the 30-inch ones that have two burners on them a piece, so really almost like 4 burners altogether. But either way, 2 of these that you buy, 186 bucks a piece, so at 2 of those, $372. That seems to be quite a bit of money for burners, but there's a whole lot of burner there and it puts out a lot of BTUs. So to me it was worth it to buy both those big ones. They also have a single burner one that runs around 5 feet long, 5 or 6 feet, I can't remember, but it's a little bit cheaper if you went that route. Onto the fireglass. The actual burners themselves said how much fireglass to buy per burner, and I think it ended up being a total of 30 pounds necessary. I bought this 35-pound bag because I needed 5 more for another burner I had. Next item on the agenda is the lids. I don't know how important they are. I've never had a fire pit thing without lids before, so I figure it's probably necessary. It probably just pools up with water and rusts, but either way, we got them. They were 80 bucks a piece, so a total of 160 if you have two pits inside this table, this big giant fire pit table thing. But 160 bucks for the lids. The final item on the agenda is the screws. Small disclaimer, I already had screws. I always have a 25-pound bucket of these painted 3-inch screws with star drive for star drive bits. That's the only way to go. Don't ruin your life by getting the Phillips bit ones. Those are horrible. They strip out all the time. They just make you angry at the entire universe. So don't do that. Take the extra couple bucks to get the star drive screws so you don't drive yourself crazy. But either way, it looks like this mini would probably be enough, $26 worth. It's probably a little overkill even, but I didn't have a good way to gauge it since I already had screws. So I'm guessing less than 26 bucks worth of screws. That brings us to the grand total. Grand finale of $829 for a giant fire pit table thing. It took right at 4 hours to build with my wife, and you see my babies there helping out too, stacking some wood up there. They're doing a great job guys. But yeah, that's the price and how long it took, and now I'll go over exactly how I went about doing it, deciding the dimensions and stuff. So now on with actually building the table. To get the measurements, all I did was Google picnic table measurements or picnic table dimensions. This is one of the first pictures to pop up. There were only 3 big differences between my measurements and the measurements on this table, and one of them you can ignore because I built it taller than it needed to be for kind of a weird reason. I wanted to see better off the deck to enjoy the view, but turns out I didn't need to, so I would stick with the height it has here. The other 2 big differences is the length on this one is 72 inches. It's 6 feet. I actually made it a total of 8 feet, so 96 inches. In fact, I didn't even cut the wood. I just bought 8-foot wood and didn't cut it. and then the leg set that you see that's supporting the table top and the seats, I built an extra one of those and put it right down the middle of it. I figured since it was longer, it would need the support in the middle. Those are the only differences there. I do see some bolts in this that I didn't use. I just used 3-inch screws on everything, and it's sturdy. I can stand up on top, jump up and down, and it holds up pretty well. After that, the only other difference is I built a little wood frame around the trays, the burn trays. While I was just having them sit on the ground, I just built the wood frame around them out of 2x4s. I built those 2 wooden trays long enough that they would fit perfectly between the center leg brace and the outer leg brace on each side to be part of the frame. Put them in there as part of the frame. Then when I built the top of the table, I just cut around that so it would fit around the tray. And then I could drop the actual burner tray down in that little pit I made and then hung it. It was a really simple process. Like I said, it took right at 4 hours to build. You saw the price tag. Hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. Appreciate you watching. Give any comments or concerns on, how I could improve videos in the future, because I'd like to do some more how-to videos to help make other people's lives easier. Appreciate you watching. Thank you.